Hello everybody and welcome to this fourth video addressed to S1 students groups 3 and 10. Well, we have already dealt with the International Phonetic Alphabet and the different IPA symbols that are used to represent the 44 speech sounds of the English language, consonants and vowels. Then we dealt with transcription, that is the way of representing the speech sounds using the symbols. Okay, today we are going to deal with section 3, phonemes and minimal pairs. What are they? Now, these two concepts are related to each other. We'll see how. Read this. Okay. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, shut the door. 5, 6, pick up sticks. 7, 8, lay them straight. 9, 10, a good fat hen. This is what we call a nursery rhyme. Okay, some short poems which are so musical and that are often taught to kids in nursery schools. They are very light, they are musical, they are very nice to learn. Of course, why are they musical? Because they contain some rhyming words. That's why they are called nursery rhymes. Okay. For example, when we say to shoe, okay, these two words end with the same sound. So here we speak about rhyme. This also exists in Arabic poetry. 4, door. 6, sticks. 8, straight. 10, hen. You notice that each pair of words rhyme together. Okay? These are the rhyming words. Let us try to transcribe them. To shoe. You notice that the same sound is repeated. Okay? Oo, oo. 4, door. 10, hen. 6, 6, x. You see? Last sounds are repeated. 8, straight. 8, 8. Okay? So these are what we call rhyming words. Other rhyming words. Look at this list. Night, kite, flight, sight, bite, height, might, light, fight, tight, fright, sight. We notice in these words that the same sound is repeated. The sound "ite", you see, might, night, kite, and so on and so forth. So "ite" is repeated. Where is the difference? The difference is in the first sound. M, n, k, f, b, l, s, h, t. Okay, so it's actually these sounds that make the difference between all these words. Okay, so when a speech sound makes a difference between two words or three or four or whatever, this sound is called a phoneme. A phoneme. Okay, this is a definition of the phoneme. It is the smallest distinctive and contrastive unit in the sound system of a language. What do we mean by the sound system? It refers to all the speech sounds that the language contains. So if we take English, for example, its sound system contains 44 speech sounds that we have already talked about. So these speech sounds are all phonemes. Why? Because They are distinctive and contrastive. Distinctive, it means they can distinguish between words. If you say night and might, what distinguishes between the words? The sounds m and n, which are phonemes. Okay, so the phoneme is distinctive and contrastive. This means that the phoneme distinguishes between the words in terms of meaning. So there is a difference in terms of form and in terms of meaning as well. Examples. Example 1, cat, hat. Okay, what are the phonemes here? Transcribe first. Okay, don't focus on what you see, focus on what you hear. Don't focus on orthography, focus on pronunciation. This is why we have to transcribe the words first. Okay, cat, hat. We see that the sounds are the same except the first sounds k and h. So k and h are phonemes. Next, so k and h are phonemes. Okay. Next example. Look at this pair of words. Sit, seat. Sit, seat. What makes the difference between the two words? It's the vowel sounds. I and E, the long one. So the short I and the long E. So I and E are phonemes. Example 3. Write, wrote. Transcribe. What makes the difference? The diphthongs I and O. So I and O are phonemes. You see? So this is how we can know the phonemes of a language. Okay? This pair of words, cat for example and hat, we call it a minimal pair. This is the definition of minimal pairs given by Yule 1985. Read it. When two words are identical, are the same, in phonetical form except for a contrast in one phoneme, occurring in the same position, the two words are described as minimal pairs. So this definition presents some characteristics of minimal pairs. We'll see them in a minute. To say that a pair of words is a minimal pair, this pair must respect 4 rules that are very, very important. Let us see them one by one. First, the pair of words must have the same number of sounds. Look at this example. Beat, seat. Transcription. B-E-T, S-E-T. 3 sounds. You see? So, when we want to count the sounds, don't count the letters. Count the symbols that you use to transcribe the words. So 3 sounds here, 3 sounds here. So characteristic number 1. 2. The pair of words must have the same sounds except one. Same sounds except one. See, T is the same, E is the same. So one sound is different. Number 3. The pair of words must have different meanings. Beat and seat, they have different meanings, right? Last rule, the distinctive sounds, that is the b and s, that make the words different, must be in the same position, in the same phonetic environment. Okay? This means that they must be in the beginning, or in the middle, or in the end. In this case, B and S are initial. Okay? So they must be in the same position, initial or medial or final. Now let us see some examples of minimal pairs and phonemes. Let's start with the English language. Line mine. If you transcribe these words, you find that the four rules of minimal pairs are satisfied. Okay? Same number of sounds. Three sounds. L, I, N. Three sounds. Same sounds except one. Difference is in L and the M. The pair of words must have the different meanings. So, different meanings, of course. And then they are initial. So, L and the M are phonemes. Okay? So, to know the phonemes, we use this test of minimal pairs. Smell, spell. M and P are phonemes. Ba, B. Ba, B. So, A and E, the long vowels. Consider these examples in French. Lire, dire. L and D are phonemes in French. Matin, malin. T and L are phonemes in French. Forme, force. M and S are phonemes. So you see, this C is sometimes pronounced as S or as K. Okay? So we transcribe it S. So M and S are phonemes. You can think about a lot of other examples. Examples in classical Arabic. Okay? The Arabic that we have in the Quran, or the Arabic that we have in books, stories, novels, etc. etc. Okay? Mata. You see? I said before that the IPA symbols can be used to represent all the languages, not just English. So just follow what you hear, listen to yourself, and use the symbols that you know. Of course, there are some phonemes, some speech sounds, which exist in Arabic and don't exist in English. Alright? This means that there are other symbols. So, mata. It's a long A. You see? Mala. So, T and L are phonemes in Arabic. Faqrun, saqrun. Now, the Q sound. This is the symbol used to represent the Q sound. Okay? It doesn't exist in English. So, F and S are phonemes. Kalbun, O. Sorry, qalbun. This is Q. Kalbun. So, Q and K are phonemes. Moroccan Arabic, which is Darija, that we speak in our daily conversations in the street, in the house, wherever we go. These are examples. Mat, fat, m and f are phonemes in Moroccan Arabic. Y, you remember y? This is y. Yibki, yishki. B and sh are phonemes. Fin, fiq. So n and q are phonemes. Okay? You can find as many examples as you want. Think about Berber, those students who speak Berber. Okay? Find minimal pairs in this language. In this way, you can understand minimal pairs better and better. Right. More examples in English. Cat, bat. Transcription. So K and B are phonemes. Say, day. Okay? Difference in one sound. S and D. They are phonemes. Wise, white. Z and D. Okay? Beat, bit. The long E and the short one. road, right, O and I. Now, an exercise. Find the phonemes in these minimal pairs. Please try to pause the video and transcribe the words, then determine the phonemes. Rice, race. So these are the phonemes. I and A, the diphthongs. Lead, read. You see? L and the R. You notice that the phonemes appear in the same phonetic environment, in the same position. Here it's medial, here it's initial. So, see, this is a diphthong, this is a simple vowel, a long one, okay? So, wet, wait, A and A, they are phonemes. Fun, A, and funk. You remember this one here? When you have a final G sound, okay? It's not pronounced, and we use this nasal sound, ng, that is represented by this symbol. So, n and the ng are phonemes, okay? Remember that we don't focus on spelling, focus on pronunciation. 3, free. So, th, and f. I hope it's clear. Right, I will give you a list of words. Find 10 minimal pairs in these words. So, pause the video, do the exercise, then check your answers. Hit, heat. You see? Hit, heat. Run, run. So, n and n. Final g sound, not pronounced. Game, game. G and k phonemes. Need, seed. N and s. Pot, pot. A, o phonemes. So all these are minimal pairs. Load, loud. O, ow. Free, fry. E, I. Bad, back. D, k. You see? They are word final in the end. Mint, meant. Mint, meant. So E and A. Burn, turn. B and T. B and T. Okay? Well, homework task. Find some minimal pairs, transcribe the words, then specify the phonemes. Okay? So find, transcribe, and specify. Thank you so much for your attention, and waiting for another video. I hope that you will be always fine. Thank you again.